Okay, here we are. It's Thursday morning, Theta Thursday, and the market just opened. Where I'm looking to get in on this position here. I have a signal, and I just have two staged here just to see what the my different options are on this. And I think I'm going to go with this guy. Let's see if I can get a buck on this. So that's working. Should get filled on that. There we go. We got filled. So 3 contracts at $1. And I'll get rid of this guy. So there we are. We have 3 contracts at $1. I'm going to do the opposite order now to get out at my profit target, which will be 50. Or, yeah, 150. 50 times 3. So I'll set that up to go. So I have my profit target working. And there we go. We're off and running. So here's the position. Let me zoom in a little here. Okay. So there we go. And the room is open. Let's go over to our room. This is the day trading room that we get in every morning. And we trade the strategy that I call the Vince trade. And this is our prop account trades. It's a day trading, it's a future strategy or micro future strategy. So we just hop in here every morning and eavesdrop and kind of get going. And if you'd like to join us, just let me know. I can get you a free trial in here. And it's a great way to spend the morning. All right, so let's see what's going on in here. Let's turn him up.
People and actually making it work. So there you go. Feel a little post-birthday hubris. So there's nothing wrong with any of those things, but the other thing just in general, and this applies to not only Calster's question about this or that, it could be anything else. Why don't you? Why don't you? Why don't you? I've been doing this longer than anybody else. We've come up with something that actually is teachable and works, and people can build their own situational fluency around it. And then the final thing is, nobody has ever shown me how to get bigger with
Order filled.
or do more or filter out. I've already given you the literally 500 indicators and things that I've built over the last 30 years. I only really give you one, the extreme turn, because it's the one that can also identify turns so that it's consistent with what we do here in terms of mean reversion, but also can keep you out of super strong trending markets, right? So you have 2 ways you can use it. So it's the only filter that I've ever seen that is really useful and helpful to people. So there you go. There you go. There you have it. Well, there you have it. And Nasdaq's going to come up and give us a fill. Maybe it's 735s. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. S&P stalling out for now at prior sessions VPOC. By the way, prior sessions VPOC here on the S&P, obviously it's the level, it's what they picked out, but you can see that this is a pretty honking profile all the way up here. So there's a thick piece of meat here for the carve-in or not. Do-do-do. I know you covered this in one of your modules, but it escapes me. What are the numbers in each of the corners? You mean this one right here? Why don't you take a guess? Yeah, take a guess at what that is. I think you can figure it out. Watch this number 56. If it goes down, this number is going to go up. Sorry, if it goes up, this number is going to go up. If it goes down, this number is going to go down. So what would that possibly be? You're correct. One is change. There we go. And change, one is change in one value and one is change in another value. They are both change. Both delta, the change. Come on, Nasdaq, let's make a run at these record highs again. It's percentage change from close and dollar change from close. And you can add it. It's just a standard indicator on Ninja. It's called probably change. Changes! So many good songs with the word change in them. Where is it? Net change display. So I apply it twice, and then I give it two different values. I just like to see it on there. You know, just I'm an old guy. Sometimes I forget. So, Jim, no, we're not doing the YOLO today. We're going to YOLO tomorrow. We're going to YOLO tomorrow big time, really strong. In fact, today's the opposite of YOLOing since I don't even have a trade on here with any size. We're short one Russell, and actually the target on this is here. I should just be honest with it. Let's go right here and right here. We're short one Russell and two Dow Jones. Yesterday, in this fun account, $1,800 trading just the micros with one trade on the ZB. I did one trade on the ZB. Speaking of, I put into Discord, I believe that maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I probably didn't. I'm the worst. I sold the 111 puts. Did I put that in here? No. So I'm short the more 111 ZN puts that expire tomorrow. And those of you that are watching the treasuries, we got a nice little pop of the ZN back inside range. Looks like this. So there's your ZN. Where did the ZN stop? I don't know. It's almost like a miracle. 111 spot 100. It's like a miracle. You know what this trading strategy needs? It needs cumulative delta. It needs I should put some oscillators on here or something you know what I really love is people that have all this shit at the bottom of their chart so they have to look at something else. I love that. All this crap at the bottom of their chart. When the hip bone's connected to the thigh bone's connected to the
Order filled. Order filled.
All right, here we go. Let's see if the Russell can hit target.
Your backpack is in the dining room. Is there anything
I will short some Nazi if it pops up to the plus twos. So, Jim, no, I'm not YOLOing. I think I answered that. I can't even keep track of what I answer anymore. Ooh. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do, do-do. Dow making a move to the upside. Making your way in the world today takes. We hit target on the Russell. Something's wrong with the universe where we're making some money on the Russell, so let's roll with it while we got it. Roll with it. Roll with it. All right. Made a new high there, 119. This is my silly 10 points. So I'll just sell 10 point higher. That's what that level is. Yes. This needs, you know what this needs? Needs a MACD. It needs a MACD.
Order filled.
You guys, I know we got some geezers in here like me. So there was a great movie in the mid or early 90s, maybe even, no, it could have been the 80s. When did Amadeus come out? Wolfgang Amadeus. Anyway, great movie. It was Salieri. 84ish, yeah. Okay, I was a kid, yeah. Anyway, long time ago, not 90s. And there's this scene where Amadeus, Wolfgang, everyone must know that's Eddie Van Halen named his son Wolfgang. Anyhow, he plays some piece of music for the king or the prince or whoever the fuck he is, and at the end he's perplexed as to how to critique it. The king is, and just simply says, "I just think there's just too many notes." And so of course Mozart's really effective. So effective. He's really God. My head is just gone. He's insulted. Which one should I take out, sire? I don't know. The ones in the middle. This chart has not enough going on. We need to put more notes on it. Come on, Nazi. So now the swing level's right here, so you could actually bring it to there if you want. I'm going to teach you how to use the swings, too. All we do is buy or sell every single little line here. So I'll make it come into the offer zone a little bit. I'll just choose this one from up here because we're like right here, like this. There's our little microclimate. Let's take another Dow. Who's short the Dow? Who's crushing it? Crushing it. Next ones are here and here. Brad's working on some cool stuff where we're going to have various levels of accomplishment. And I'm hopeful that a lot of people, when they're first starting out, the levels are going to be something, Brad, correct me if I'm wrong, but there'll be something around the lines that are tied to funded accounts. Like you have your first funded account and you've taken a payout. We're going to set the requirements pretty high here, to get through the very first level of apprenticeship. No, we're going to pass programs all day long. That's not the benchmark. The benchmark is to pass them and then ease into. Yes, 1X is funded with a withdrawal. So you got to be funded with a withdrawal, and then you're at 1X. I'm not exactly sure what you get. Maybe a badge, maybe an attaboy or attagirl, or I don't know, something. We're going to come up with something. Dude, that chart is awesome. It's going higher. But you know what's funny is like the flip side of that, we've all seen people ridicule that. The flip side of that is the ones that then have their charts really naked and they say they're pure price action traders, right? They have nothing on there. So they don't have a line. They say they're pure price action. And yet when I watch those guys or listen to them or whatever, guys and gals, let's be gender appropriate here.
Order filled.
All I ever hear is like total nonsense guesswork, constantly this, that, and the other. Or it's really funny. I wonder where my next entry is on this strategy. I wonder where my target is. it could be here. It could be here. Should I take my final Dow off there at VPOC? I could, but I'm just going to rest in order. I'll take all that heat because I want to have a Toulon on. We could explore all the way up to, I mean, look where prior session VPOC is on the Dow. It's way up here at 38,206. Yeah, that's what price action means. That means I'll just sit and look at it. I'm watching the action without really doing anything. $10x, 1x. So we'll have various levels of accomplishment and achievement. Be a fun little competition. And then the goal is to just kick my butt because I have to catch up. I haven't taken a payout from any of these accounts in years, probably over last ones. No, that's not true. I just took three from, just took three from Bolinox. Did anyone sign up for the thing that Steve put in there for the Bolinoxes? I was going to do it again. And I'm like, I just got rid of them. Great learning tool. I think it was 87% off or something. And, oh my goodness, we hit target again. So now we can just go right here. You know, it was another good movie from like right around '84, Mozart, when Amadeus came out. What year was Flash Gordon? 80, 81, 82? Because it reminded me of the other one. Kneel Down Before. No, that wasn't. Kneel Down Before Zod was Superman 2 or 3. Which one was the Kneel Down Before Zod? That's what I'm feeling. Is we can chat about anything else. I just need you guys to occasionally go, I want to go kneel down before Zod, Rod. As he just dominates and makes money in front of you every single day. Did Brad, where is the meme? Do we not have the meme yet? Because the meme would go, it puts the number
Order filled
on the lines. So we're going to put the order right on the line here. 650. Do we have anything, any 9 Central news today? We had U.S. GDP quarter over quarter. Had some durable goods and stuff this morning. We already saw that. Oh, home sales. We got home sales. All right. So the algos will have to bang into each other in just a little bit. All right, there we go. And the 709 is just a swing level from earlier. If you want to be whatever, more conservative or just trade it line to line, you're going to go up and enter a short at 739. And today I'm trading the Nasdaq in two directions. I think earlier in the week I was pretty adamant about just, all right, we're going to hit the Dow again here. Remember, the only way you make more money is if you have more inventory on. Got to be a little controversial and a little irreverent. think there's am I ready to move forward? This guy is really trying to sell me this car. All right. I'm just going to take it there, and then it puts the orders on the lines. Remember, we could extend this little impromptu sell zone here. And now this one comes down to here and here.
Order filled.
Crude do anything? Crude's making new highs there. Russell coming down. Anyone's got a Russell short on? Extreme turn sell on the NASDAQ. How come you guys didn't tell me? I didn't see it before. I didn't hear it before. So extreme turn sell on the NASDAQ. Excuse me.
Order filled.
There you go, Ray. Short from 96.5. Love it. Oh, just got in a little bit ago. Okay, no worries. Did you take any profit at pivot here, or you're looking for VPOC somewhere down there? Where's our levels here? We just hit VWAP here, so definitely some levels to consider doing something.
Order filled.
So Jim is talking about stops. It's a great conversation to have. So first and foremost, Jim, you can you have a handle on the entry logic and the target logic, right? Let's start with that. So entries are your cost basis is all that matters, right? So I just want to confirm that you understand the entry, right? Entry and targets. Okay, so then all we have to do next is understand how we're going to manage risk, right? So the answer is that is the whole key to what I'm trying to teach here, which is that there is no system that you should ever learn that has risk built into it. It doesn't work like that, okay? What we have to agree on is, and we were talking about this earlier, which is the concept of, you know, crazy charts with additional filters and more stuff to complicate it and you know, try to find the perfect entry so that you can always have the same risk, or you're making stuff up with risk reward based on, you know, this, that, or the other. So we've talked about it. If you want to have a stop, ultimately your stop is your risk budget, right? But you're not going to manage a trade based on your risk for the whole day. But some days you should, some days you can. So here's a couple things you can do. You can, if you have the ability, then you can manage the trade based on, let me just get out of this so I can finish my thought here. I've talked about this before. If I get long here at 664 and my target is 701, right? 37 points, right? So it's 37 points. Now that's to the letter of the law, as if we know where the two lines are, right? Now, am I having a machine run this where the machine always enters at that line and then always takes target at the next line because that's what it was programmed to do? If you can operate like a machine, then you can use this sort of risk, which would be take the 37 points, and then if you want to have a 1-to-1 on all of your trades, put a stop at 37 points below 664. That's one way to do it. Does that make sense? If you want it to be 1.5 or 1.2-to-1, do the math from there. If you want it to be 2-to-1, you know, your target is 30. It's 31. Am I doing the math there? 30. Your target's 37. So take
Order
a
filled.
20-point stop. Now, if anyone thinks they can trade the NASDAQ effectively with a 20-point stop, I got news for you. The other thing you can do is do a 20% ATR. At least that's dynamic as well. So take 20% of the ATR of the instrument that you're trading, and use that as what I would call an initial stop loss, an ISL, or you could even call it a CSL, which is what we used to call the catastrophic stop loss. Now, is 20% ATR catastrophic? No, but it's a good chunk of the daily range. So on the NASDAQ right now, what would a 20% ATR stop be? Someone just tell me. I don't feel like doing it. 240 points, right? 42 points. So you'd have a 42-point stop. And then you can set up ATMs if you'd like. But ultimately, that is what situational fluency is. Situational fluency is becoming a good risk manager. And the only way to do that is to adapt dynamically in real time, ultimately. And earlier I was joking about how good I am. This is the key. This is what you don't get anywhere else. This is what dynamic active trading is. If you can't do this, then you need to automate everything and let a computer do it. And the challenge is I can always be better than my strats because I know the logic of my strats and I run the strat and then I'll trade around it or turn it off during certain market conditions. And then all the strats are doing for me is just making sure that I get every single entry at the level that I want to get entered on. Right? Not programming in all the targets and all the risk management and things like that, because I can do that better than my ability to tell a programmer how to build that in. And then ultimately, the only way to have every of those things built in is to have a team of PhDs and all these things so that you don't have one strat, you have thousands that run at various different conditions, different times all the time. That's not really appropriate for retail. All right, great question. There you go. Jim, hopefully that helped. And the final component is you don't have to and should not be like me or be like anybody else. But what I do show in here every effing day, I'm doing it right in front of you. And maybe I'm just lucky, but I don't have any stops in here. And I make money almost every single day, and sort of most of our other traders, and they probably are using some stops as well. The best thing you can do is understand what you're going to do in the market and manage the graceful exit concept, which I will have the video coming. We'll talk more about the graceful exits, but graceful exit is, as you know, did the trade immediately and significantly go against you? If it did, don't worry about where your initial or catastrophic stop target is. Just try to get out of it. Everybody talks about cutting losers and letting winners run. No one talks about how to do it. All right, there you go. 7 o'clock, we had our new housing sales or new housing starts or whatever, and we got a little bit of movement there. And the final thing, we'll talk. We'll do a little survey in just a second, but the final element, and the reason that you don't see me having ATMs on here is because I want the flexibility of being able to jump all over the place and show you that, again, with good entries and with the right sizing, I can do what I talk about here, which is not something that you guys need to aspire to, but just to show you the power of what's possible with high probability entry.
Order filled.
Cost basis, volume, and volatility matter, understanding how fast the car is going and being oriented to what you want to do. I can jump all over here like a drunk monkey, and if I had stops, I'd be getting stopped out all over the place. Probably at areas that would be ideal for me to either add, and then I wouldn't want to have a stop in there unless it was tied to an actual dynamic target. So anyway, it's easier for me to just manually do it. So let's do a little quick survey, and we're only going to apply to bracket orders, fixed bracket orders. Who uses fixed bracket orders or ATMs? So an OCO order of some kind. There's no wrong answer. I hope most of you do. So give me, who uses a fixed, okay. And so it depends is great. Give me some more. I mean, most of you should have some kind of thing that when you enter your order, you're having it there. The other reason I don't is because I had found a long time ago that, and this is true for my algos with size, guys. I have algos that enter 3, 4, 5, sometimes 10 ES, or NASDAQ, or Dow, or ZN. ZN, the initial order is 20 contracts, which, by the way, I've talked about this before. You know, the margin requirements for 20 ZN is only 40 grand. So it enters those orders. I don't have a stop in at the time it enters because I actually get agitated looking at where that stop is and how price is going to that stop. And I spent years in my head going, do I tighten it? You know, the one thing we all know, right, is never move it away. That's about as bad as it gets, right? Why have it there if you're going to move it away? But I would be like, it'd be sitting there, and then I'd be like, do I tighten it? Do I not do this? What I'd rather do is just have a clear head and watch the P&L. That's another thing I can't handle this nonsense of like, don't trade your P&L. It's like, don't play poker and don't worry about how much money you have in front of you. Don't worry about how much money your opponent has in front of you. You know, just play poker. Trade the market. Don't worry about what your P&L is for the session. All right, where's our next entry on the NASDAQ long? 628s. So great conversations today. ATM stands for Automated Trade Management. You see up here, I know it might be a little small, but see how this says ATM strategy? So Ninja has some really nice ATM logic. And believe me, I spent 10 effing years messing around with that, with all kinds of logic about entries and trailing and break-even logic and all this kind of stuff. By the way, speaking of break-even, let's hit that on the Dow. We got some short Dows. We went up there and made a new high at, what was it? Yeah, right there. So now I'm going to do the same thing. Again, this is just silly. You don't have
Order
to do
filled.
this. Your next level on the Dow is up here. So for the morning session, this is okay. We've talked about later in the day not getting stuck in no person's land here, but 155, I'm just going to go up to 15 points to 70 right there. Looking forward to yeah, Calster's mentioning the copier when it comes to stops. That's another issue to consider. On the account grouping in Tradovate, you can't even do it. So Tradovate does not support a bracket order for all the accounts. So what I do is I put it in here manually, and then I put in my targets, and if I have a stop, it's usually a trailing stop on a winning position. Oh my goodness, we just keep making money. Oh, I got a little greedy there.
Order filled.
So great thread that Jim got us going on. So remember, it's not a problem with the strategy. So let me tell you again, there is no strategy that you can learn from anybody that has that built in. I'm going to tell you again. Now, oh, but I bought this bot. I have this bot, and it does this, and it back tested this, and so far it seems to be doing okay, and it, you know, risks 8 ticks to make this ticks. This is where we need to rewire our brains, everybody. We need to rewire our brains.
Order filled.
Is everything that's out there in traditional trading education not valuable? Of course not. But I even pick issues with, you know, have a story that I'll tell at some point about Mike Bellafari. It's Bellafari, such a good dude. And those guys are legit as it comes when it comes to teaching what they do. And what they do is very specific. But what they do is so effing complicated and so difficult to develop your own situational fluency around. I mean, they make their traders put together whole theses before they can put on decent size. And I was like, what in the world? How about we just buy this line? And sometimes we buy more of that line, and sometimes we buy less of that line. Like, all right, let's see if the Dow Jones can come in, give us a little bit more love. Dan's gift game is strong.
Order filled.
You guys all know what Warren Buffett's 2 rules of investing are, right? And he calls it investing, but we're all traders on different timelines. What are his 2 rules? I think I've mentioned this before. What are Uncle Buffett's 2 rules? That's right. So at the end of the day, that's where we're at here. I'm trying to do my best to help the most amount of people participate in markets and not become consistently profitable. That comes, if you want to talk about consistency, with just practice. We talk about practice, but develop a belief that they can control risk, enter the markets at manageable positions. Let's not even call it high probability turning points anymore. Let's just call it
Order filled.
trades. Trades that are not butthole pucker time. Here we go, up to 700s. Practice. And do all that in a lower stress environment where you're not stressed out. All right, that level above, it comes from the top of this range that I'm going to pull over here. It's been a while since, it's been a while. So I'm going to cancel. No, I'm not. Why not? We're going higher after we touch that 700s probably, but that'll allow me to buy VWAP again. There we go. We're short. Anyone done for the day? We've had some pretty good two-way action already. S&P almost at its highs. I got an order to sell 49.26. Delta 2025, or DELT. You were talking about the ATM and years of working with it. What did you find? I just found it to be paralysis analysis. The other thing that I found is that I didn't trust it with any third party. We were doing a lot of it when we were developing with this guy Jeremy, who owns a company called Shark Indicators, and there's a number of different overlays for various platforms where you can have trade management logic that's third party as an indicator, and that shit I didn't trust at all with size or with real money. So eventually you end up with this stuff. The logic that we have built into TT is pretty solid and pretty strong. So you guys, if you've never seen it, just click, click here and go to custom, and then mess around with this. You have your order quantity, and you can have a various target and a stop loss, and you can add all sorts of logic. So to net it all out, in all our years of algorithmic trading development, system development, indicator development, all these things, where I ended up was The only thing that works for me from an automation standpoint is the entry logic. I just want to not miss. By the way, let's just hit it again. I only have a single lot on. Ladies and gentlemen, every single trade in the NASDAQ that I've done in front of you today has been profitable. Every single one. Let's see. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, just the entry logic. So I just want to make sure that the computer does what it's really good at doing, which is putting the orders on the lines. How much is the lifetime flow on NinjaTrader? I don't know what that means. What's the lifetime flow on NinjaTrader? Jose, hopefully you're already in a lifetime of flow. Flow and abundance and gratitude. You know what? Look at how good this trade is. I'm just going to take it right there. Yes, I'm long the Dow Jones, baby, live. All right. Whenever we open Ninja, it asks for a lifetime license. Oh, is that because you're using, if you're using my workspace includes some order flow suites that are part of the lifetime license. So I believe that it's like $1,000 and there's it's $100 off occasionally. But some of you guys have talked about leasing options. So if you end up becoming a member, you can come in here into Discord and we have a whole thread on it. Or I don't know, you don't have to become a member. If anyone knows, can you do without it? I don't. No, I don't think so. I believe that everyone should invest if you're going to be serious about this kind of this world that's developed around prop programs and everything like that. You're going to want to have a lifetime license to Ninja, a paid plan of Trade-of-8, and then eventually at some point a relationship with one of the big clearing brokers like Dorman, or you could use NinjaTrader brokerage, but I hate them, so I wouldn't use them. Don't use them. And have an account at like IB or something like that. I know a lot of you guys have TOS accounts or something like that. That's okay, but you can't connect NinjaTrader to... You can't connect TOS to TradingView and to NinjaTrader, but you can connect Interactive Brokers to TradingView and NinjaTrader. All right, it's time for the NASDAQ Ripper. Let's go rip. Let her rip, Tater Chip. I was just chirping about having no losses on the NASDAQ, so we might as well throw it in there now. Yeah, so what we're talking about, gang, is this. If you go to indicators, it's this order flow suite, of which I use two of the indicators as part of the strategies you see here. So you get these 5. For those of you that like cumulative delta, there's a CD on here too. You could use this market depth, which is silly. It puts like a market depth thing on the side of your chart. But there are third-party that you can get from Ninja and other things. I just like to keep my Ninja pristine so that it doesn't have any other stuff on it. So Jose's a member. You've made the investment in the greatest trading group of all time. Now save a few more ducats, get yourself a Ninja license. Members of my group will get TickBlaze for free. So if you want to hold out for that, this is going to be the greatest platform ever. So who says I'm not still up to stuff and helping everybody out? So this is kind of like a late Q1 launch. I still have to decide how much money I'm going to gouge you guys all for if you want the automated entries. I think you guys are going to have to pay a lot, like a lot. Or you can just code it yourself. So what makes it so powerful when you buy a strategy that's automated that you're already trading and understand is you already understand all the theory and logic behind the entries and everything. So you guys will be able to code, or there's a lot of developers in the group. You can write in anything. You can write. I think we even support PHP, but it seems like the popular stuff is Python and R. Python and R. All right, so BK has done this before. He's showing how you can do something through Tradevate to get access to the suite on Ninja, I guess. All right, well, this one's a winner too. So unless it's not an official winner yet until I close this next trade, but maybe we can get another one on at plus twos. Tradevate and Ninja are integrated. Yeah, they're integrated. People complaining about range days. We have the ability to trade whatever day, but people complain about everything. Traders, no one knows what they're doing. That's the problem. I revenge trade. I don't have patience and discipline. I lose and then I do this. Well, you suck. That's like, it's like the scene from Tin Cup. Give me another ball. Give me another ball. It's actually in the inverse of the scene from Tin Cup, which is that he's a very good golfer with all these mechanics, and he is somebody that needed his caddy to not give him another ball. He could have benefited from that. The delusion that most every market participant has is that somehow their skill level is such that the only issue they have to really work on is their mental game, which is not true. They have to practice their mechanics. Oh, hi, sweetheart. What's going on? Good morning. The doggie's here.
Order filled.
Good. There you go. Wasn't the gym closed today, dude? Or is it open? You drove all the way to Henderson? Holy shit. That's solid, man. Yeah. You know, I lived in those residencies for a hot minute. You ever seen those? They have a whole. Yeah. Yeah. Sweet, man. All right. All right. Look at Bobby Lucci 12. Way to go, dude. We're going to maybe overstay our welcome here in these shorts, but please could you explain the entry on the MNQ at 712? This one right here? Yeah, it's just this level right here. Literally this little swing. You see these little swing arrows here? Right here. You can sell any one of these that you want. You can buy and sell all of these. Doesn't matter how long they are. It's the advantage of it's kind of like a non-visual price pattern version of the trade every turn. except you're trading the top of the turn instead of the turn validation. So if we made this a little bigger, you can see how. And you can do the opposite too, right? You can buy and buy here, here, and here. Right? You can buy here, buy here, buy here, buy here. The difference is that this now I have multiple targets here. Whoops. Bobby Lucci 12, if you're still here, do you know how to put a little P&L porn in there? Can you take a screenshot of your, I love when trial members are picking up what we're putting down. Congratulations to a couple people that joined on the birthday special yesterday. I didn't send out an email. I think Brad sent out an email about it. I ain't going to lie. I would have loved more people to celebrate my birthday with me by making an investment in themselves. Go ZN. I need the ZN to get up to 111, 195. Do we accept PayPal? Yeah. PayPal. Shekels. We don't take crypto. You can pay me in HNT. I'm pretty sure, yeah, we get a lot of payments in PayPal. If you missed the sale and you want to contact Brad, you can contact. Yeah, no, we take PayPal. PayPal is an option. All right. Do we have any other traders from Brazil? Time to party in Bahia. Where are Brazilian traders? How about just Portuguese speakers? Anyone from Lisbon? All right, now watch. This is important. I don't need to take this. It would be, but I'm going to do a buy stop here. And, whoops, I was going to try right here. I'll take my first loser on the day because technically I'm just going to say that this was qualified for a graceful exit. It doesn't really qualify for a graceful exit because I have a key level up here. But let me just get out of it. It's been an unprofitable trade from an entry right here. And now I can rest the 743s and get a little bigger up there. Rio de Janeiro. Ask Brad. I'm pretty sure. I think we did 40% on lifetime or 50% on annual. All right, we're done there. I saw a few tickets come in from people that signed up, so give me, you know, I was occupied yesterday, so I'll get it taken care of today. Get you access to Learning Center and some other stuff. All right, we got a little. Check that out. 25 winning trades, 100% win percentage. If there was a column for low stress, it would also be a low number. Dow Jones, come on in. Come to Butthead. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, let's give a little thumbs up to Bobby. Damn. There you go. Zero stress. Was it the MACD? Was it the Bollinger Bands? Was it the cumulative delta? What was it? Was it the bearish bullish divergence? Was it the fibs? Was it the RSI? Oh, goodness. So some of you guys know that I went from no more cars and no more douchey stuff to right back to I don't know. So what is it, Charlotte? You got to look at some of these cars. So I'm not getting one of these, but I've never seen. Where's the inventory? So they got, look at this. They got this car that is it's an XP2 MSO bespoke Tupelo Gold. Yours for the price of 1.8 million. And then they have this one. You get this one for 1.7 million. And then they just fall into these, popper lamp. I just love this dealership. It has Bentleys. Look at this car. It's like the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Sometimes when we touch. All right, we've got 1 more minute left in this candle. Oh, Caitlin's calling me. Yes, Caitlyn Jenner. All right, there is our. I think we're gonna get a fill at. We're underwater over here. Not good. No, we're not underwater. I don't know how that worked out, but. All right, now we're out. So the +2s up there are 745s. So we'll go 745 quarter. Oh, I'm looking forward to our YOLO day tomorrow. YOLO. So we got to make 1,500 in 10 accounts. All I have to do is just run the replicator, doing what I'm doing here. We're just going to go 5x the size, and we'll be there. In theory, if it all works out the same. See what happens. Plus, we got a couple people ready to join the group. Yesterday, in the room, up 700 or 800 in this account, and then finished up 1,800, and then we'll see what happens today.
Order filled.
There we go. So someone asked earlier about the 712s. So now see this line right here? Arrow, boom, like this. Do. By the way, these are 13 period swings. So I'll sell that one too. All it is the turning point. So we'll sell that one too. Should be a good replay to watch today. There was some good conversation or questions about stops and things, and then I went on a semi-rambling rant that might have had some value. All right, we're short the MES. We got a decent amount of good prices here. I'm going to just close this. Target would be right here. 49.15 is going to get revisited. Faux show. Faux show, faux show. Who's crushing it on the Dow? Who's just crushing the Dow? Take it easy, Dan. Did you do a little P&L porn for the group? You make money every day. So many people make money every day. We just make money every day. You guys know we don't make money.
Order filled.
Pretty close, though. Oh, there's Dan's P&L. Look at that. Guys, look at that. Look at that. You don't need me to YOLO tomorrow.
Order filled.
You guys have controlled YOLOing every day. Don't get me started if we get like Art, you want to post? CJ, you want to post? We got like there's 4 or 5 other guys that have asked me, you know, not to call them out in the room ever or things. Because they're doing the TDG way. They're just doing it bigger. We have someone among us that has a $75,000 balance in one of their series of their funded accounts across 3 or 4 funded accounts. That's balance after lots of payouts. They have a $75,000 balance. Guys, do you understand how game-changing and life-changing that is? Not that, you know, everyone's situation is different as to whether 75,000 changes their life, but to generate those types of returns, trading micros, and I confirm with him, it's still micros. Okay? Trades basically 3 and 4 up to 12 micros, which is just a single contract. Trading a single contract across 3, I might be misspeaking, it might be 5 accounts, has a $75,000 balance, plus balance. The cost basis that he has on those accounts is like $340 per account. That's all he ever paid for those accounts. Come on, we can all do it. We're about to hit target here on the Dow. Let's do it. Boom. Ray, hitting it. Yeah, we have a lot of and we have a lot of people that are at a different phase, and that's great. I think Dan has mentioned multiple times that I believe he trades like maybe 4 or 6 micros is how he accomplishes that. Maybe I'm let's just punch in here on this a little early. I really thought I had a NASDAQ short over here. Would have been nice.
Order filled.
Where's my market analyzer? Oh, here it is. All right. So we're now at $349. I'm gonna leave this up.
Order filled.
All right, this time I'm gonna run a buy stop here. I've already hit this Dow multiple times. I'll be a buyer down here. Wouldn't it be great if we got full range today and went all the way down to the bottom of that range? It'd be fantastic. So in case you weren't in the session yesterday and you wanted to take advantage of my birthday celebration, contact Brad at Traders Dev Group, and it was 40% off annual, 50% off. Excuse me, 40% off lifetime, 50% off annual, and every payment you make that's less than lifetime, you can apply that whole amount to the price of lifetime next year. So we hope to have you all around. You can do that even if you do quarterly. You do a quarterly payment, and then do a quarterly payment, and you want to apply it to lifetime or annual after your first payment. By the way, congratulations to the 10 or so folks that just finished their third installment and are now lifetime members. I saw a couple of those go through, so you're done. Really, really appreciate you sticking with it through your payments, and now you're lifetime members. Now it's time to cash flow it, baby. Who's still short the Dow? I think I've asked you guys. You guys still short the Dow? Nice, Rafael. That's a great day. Look at you, baby. What is that? Are you $4 away from qualifying for an account? 357? Awesome. Let's give a thumbs up to that. And the other thing too is if you've started to adapt and adopt what we're doing here, you can flow into that funded account using the same methodology without, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt of blowing it up, or, when you pass them the TDG way, it's just another day at the office when they're funded. There's just no difference. Yes, there's a little bit of mental health, mental adjustment that you need to make, like, wow, this is actually real money and I can take a withdrawal on it. But if you trade it small and trade the strategies, that's a great accomplishment. Congratulations. That's killer. All right, so someone's out right at VPOC, which is great. I'm just going to tighten this even more, so I'll be out with you. Let me just tighten this to here. There we go. It's right at VWAP too, right? So we'll probably be out here. All right, short the NASI again. And yes, live, I'll let this come all the way back. That's how it works. I want to catch this whole range here.
Order filled.
So contact Brad. He can give you the code for taking advantage of the birthday sale, and also answer any questions you might have about membership, and even schedule a new member get to know you session.
Order filled.
Thirty-minute call with membership advocate Brad. By the way, Brad, if you want, there's a little button that says make it a non-trade alert. Just click on that. That way it doesn't make the cash register sound, which is meant for trades. It doesn't really matter, but when you go to post alert, there's a thing that says non-trade alert, which is a different sound. But I don't mind. Cash register sounds are good. Had the ZN nicely contained by the T line here for the whole session so far. 111.095s. I know. Keep the cash registers down. It's a pretty good sound. Do. I could use a little buying in Dow here. All right, any more questions that I missed today? Questions, comments? We're going to have some t-shirt. It might say hard to be humble when you're as great as we are. I think that could be a funny shirt for TDG. Hard to be humble when as great as we are. I like it puts the lines, it puts the orders on the lines. That could be a really fun one. It puts the orders on the lines. So we'll get a little swag going on here. Dude, I agree. We're going to have more voices in here. 2024 is going to be about more voices, more content, more learning. Oh, I love that. But I liked the other one. You had a better picture. I want the picture with the one with where he's holding the dog. The one with the dog is better, but that one's good too. Let me put this in here for the replay. There's supposed to be a feature in which I can record the chat, and I've asked Sebastian like a million effing times, and it just doesn't work. I don't know why it doesn't work. I want to record the chat too, but oh, this is the best. I think isn't it? It puts the orders on the lines, or it gets the hose again. Or maybe, is that correct? Or get the hose again? Maybe it is. We'll have to listen. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate it, Bobby. My YouTube content is great when I create it. Every year my goal is I'm going to create more. And then
Order filled.
Going to porno conventions. Anyone who thinks differently, I'm a shallow coin operated kind of guy. By coin operated, I don't mean like I care about money. Not that way. Just sort of very simple. You know, put a coin in the machine and something drops out. All right. Let's do our P&L and EC scores. What do we got? Everybody crushing today? For today's trade, based on what happened, I don't expect any R's. I mean, can there be any R's on there? No. All right, we're gonna buy one here at T-Line. Congratulations, everybody. That's a really good day. Tomorrow we're going to do our YOLO day. YOLO. Boomer Dan with some redness. It's all right. Small redness. I appreciate it when I say something like that. You guys keep it honest. Keep it real.
Order filled.
Loaded up on 10 minis, made 10K. Do you know if you watch the Top Step TV? Somehow that entire company from Patak on down has deluded themselves into believing that they're an actual prop firm when they're one big gambling carnival game. I'd like to do a shout out to this trader who's up $17,000 in their
Order filled.
Let me do a shout out to this guy who just hit the 100,000K club. So what I'm saying is he started with $3,000 of available daily risk and now has generated $100,000 in profits, and I'd like to congratulate him on being highly over-levered and gambling and pushing buttons like a drunk monkey. But that's who we'd like to highlight. All right. If I'm trading just one product MYM, how important do you think it is to watch the MES and MNQ? Great question. Really good question. I would have them on my charts. I'd have them on the market analyzer here, so you can take a quick, like a little gander. So
Order filled.
partial to my MA looking like this for me, but obviously I look at a lot of other things that you don't need to. But I don't know. What do other people think? I'm often talking about how eventually I think everyone should be aware of where the 2-year and 10-year and 30-year are, just aware, whether you trade them or not, just aware of the intermarket dynamics. And those intermarket dynamics are not informative of anything at all. please get all that out of your head. Oh, the dollar's doing this, so that should do this, and the Nasdaq's doing that, so oil should do this, and the oil's doing that. That's just all nonsense. Total nonsense. It's 1,000% random. It's even more random than it's ever been before because all the market is thousands of algorithmic trading programs banging into each other all day long. So how could you have anything? This is a true story. When we were in talks with a number of different really prominent hedge funds, including kind of the greatest algorithmic trading hedge fund of all time. And literally talking to the guy himself, the godfather of active trading. I mean, doesn't get any better than this dude. And they literally had a problem with randomness in terms of figuring out how to generate things as random as they needed. So they were thinking of using the Collective 2 database, which is a bunch of, traders and trading strategies all banging into each other as well, as a
Order filled.
for a form of randomness. Because you know what else they were using? They were using distances between stars and all kinds of stuff that these brilliant guys came up with. So anyhow, it's all random. But getting back to your question, I would look at all 4 of the stock indices or have them on my charts, so you're just sort of aware of days in which there is some divergence. The nice thing about the Dow Jones is you could also consider having a watch list that has all the Dow stocks on it, so you can take a quick look and go, wow, IBM's up 12% today. That's a factor. Caterpillar's up 3% today. I mean, this is big stuff, right? So you can take a quick little look here and just be aware maybe of what's happening underneath the surface there. Nice day for Jim. And Jim, appreciate your question about stops and stuff. It got us on some Calster has it right. Yep, that's the guy. You guys are all very lucky that my business partner in that venture is a nice, well-intended guy, but kind of an idiot, and turned down a big-ass sum of money, not from Renaissance, but from a different firm. 0.72. You guys know who that guy is, right? So big-ass number, and he said no. I owned 11.2% of the company. Would have been a fuck you, done for life kind of thing for me, but he turned it down. And now, I don't know, he'd be lucky if he could sell that thing for $5 million now. Still pretty badass. Go over and check it out. The greatest thing in active trading that no one knows about.
Order filled.
Anytime you hear all that nonsense of show me your statements and all that kind of stuff, how about publish a strategy to Collective 2? Because Collective 2, you cannot walk away from it. You connect your live brokerage account and that's it. And we track every trade on an out of sample walk forward basis. So for instance, I could attach, any of my IB accounts or anything like that and track every single trade, which I did for a while. But I don't need to do that anymore because I'm not selling performance, my performance. Who gives a shit what my performance is? What matters is your performance and whether you're learning something here. Nice reversal for the Dow Jones. All right, we've got 4 more minutes. Another really good session. Yeah. Collective 2 is such an amazing idea, and we executed on it okay. But for those of you that aren't aware, it's a leader-follower model, right? So it's the idea that alpha exists in little pockets all over the world, and it's a lot easier to generate outsized returns with smaller accounts. Larger money managers, hedge funds, whatever, they can never significantly beat on a consistent basis the averages because they have to be so diverse and careful that they at some point represent the averages, right? One way or another. That's the idea. So, and of course, there's no mutual funds or anything that could ever outperform after fees. It's literally impossible because all they do is reflect, they mirror the indices that they're benchmarked against, yada, yada. So anyway, what if there was a way to let regular folks like you and me prove that they have the ability to generate alpha by connecting their brokerage account, and then we'll track all their trades in real time, apply a bunch of metrics to it, and then allow someone to subscribe to those trades and have them executed automatically in their own self-directed brokerage account. It's essentially like crowdsourcing meets crowdfunding. You're crowdsourcing talent, and then you're crowdfunding that trading talent. Those traders can operate as they don't need to take a test. They don't need to be licensed because they're not actually managing any money. They're simply managing their own account, and they're taking a subscription fee
Order filled.
for access to those trades. So it's an automated newsletter service is kind of what it is. So go check it out if you'd like. You can publish an account to Collective 2 for like $50 a month, I think. What do you think? Sell the plus ones again? How many more times can we? And then remember, we got all these lines right here too, right? So perfect example of situational fluency. Watch the recording from yesterday. I was only long the NASDAQ until very late in this session, late in our morning session.
Order filled.
A few shorts right up at the plus twos, but we were long because the chart looked that way, right? And then it looked that way on the BrickWicks. It looked this. I haven't brought this up for a bit. So here's the NASDAQ, right? Obviously has a, whatever you'd want to call it, upward trending look to it. Certainly does. It's held VWAP every time. So it's not perfect. What we rather have is something that's going all the way up and down the range. But it's giving us nice two-way action, and we haven't hit the plus twos up here for a while. Probably won't hit them again the session that we're on here. We've got 1 more minute left. Did you guys know that that the show Billions is loosely based on Stevie Cohen, although obviously the character that they have playing doesn't look anything like Steve Cohen. Oh my goodness. One more time? Let's just scalp it one more time. Boom. Every NASDAQ trade, profitable. Profitability.
Order filled.
Another reason to join TDG, there's so many, is that by Valentine's Day, probably a little after Valentine's Day, mid to late February, we're going to have a iOS and Android app, native, you download it in the App Store, that will have all kinds of training, education, lessons, audio files, community, lots of great stuff. Members will get access to it, so all this stuff will be on the go. We're not going to run the trade room through it. The trade room will still be on a different app, which you guys can get. You guys all know that, right? If you want to watch this on a mobile device, click in the upper left-hand corner and click on mobile app info, and then input the code that it puts up there. Oh yeah, the PTR tour. So the PTR tour is it on the notes? Did you put it in the notes area? Let's look. Did you put a link to it in the notes area?
Order filled.
Not yet. Okay, so basically, gang, just go here. Remember, the help library is your friend. I really encourage you guys, if you have a question about anything, to first look in the help library, because if it's not there with a keyword and there's not an article on it, I'll create one. Like someone recently was asking about the pre-market checklist. So they put in pre-market checklist or whatever, and I didn't have an article on it. So now I do. Maybe you have to put in checklist or plan ahead, the pre-market checklist, or you could put in pre-market or whatever. So now we have an article on this. And if you go to like tour, I don't know if you'd know what to search for, but it's called like a, so we have the Pro Trading Room tour. And this includes mention of the, well, that's not good. What? We're gonna have to fix that. I'm glad I looked at that. Has that been broken for very long? All right. God dang it. Brad, now I got to do more work. It's not your fault. I don't know where I put it. I hosted it on TechSmith or something. It was there yesterday? All right. The other thing I got to do today, I got to figure out how to cash a check for a trust that I closed. So these guys sent, I just fucked this all up. Oh my goodness. I know the bank's going to have a hassle with this. I have a check for a lot of money, like a lot of money, that's in the name of a trust that I closed. Where are we going to deposit that? We'll figure that out. All right, we got to fix the PTR tour video. I'll just download and put it on YouTube so that we have it as a YouTube video, be easier. All right, that'll be it for today. Fast and killer day. For me, just the stuff that you saw in front of you, $407, and I'm long the NASDAQ here. We'll see if we run it one more time. Got an ad at VWAP. We haven't been able to break below VWAP for the whole session. See what happens there. Remember about the power of quitting. You can't ask for a better morning. It was a really easy morning. Don't get caught on either side later in today's session. You already made your money. Congratulations. Contact Brad about finding out more about the membership, and we'll see you tomorrow for our YOLO Friday. YOLO Friday tomorrow. Be good. Trade like you mean it. Thanks. Bye.
Order filled. Order filled.
it's like it was like so I was so impressed with him. So was everybody else. Like writing papers as a class. Is he going to his friend to make? I said, is he gonna be? He said he said like for And then afterwards, we started like I talked with everybody to see what their plans were for this year. So I had a reference of like what to expect later on in the year, like what their goals are, what they want to accomplish. So Sam and I are like polar opposites. Like in just like motivation and like belief strategy and like how we approach the work. Sam and I are like polar opposites. Just like I think they want to make the best art.
Joseph was involved in it, but Sam wasn't.
Sam was involved with like
Filling up my cup, coffee talk on the screen porch. So in love, now you're the one I'm losing sleep for. And I hope the wrong one slip right through your magic fingers. And I hope we find some way to fall in love like we were. Yeah, you're the only reason I was California dreaming in the first place. Seeing you in sundress seasons got me all up in my feelings for the old days, old days. I've got the summertime blues, thinking about you and me, in the way that it used to be. I've got the summertime blues, hoping that you might be still holding on to me. I still do think about you in the morning when I'm waking up. Laying in this bed without you's got me lonely and missing your touch. Yeah, you're the only reason I was California dreaming in the first place. Seeing you in sundress seasons got me all up in my feelings for the all day, all day. I've got the summertime blues, thinking about you and me, and the way that it used to be. Hey, I've got the summertime blues, hoping that you might be still holding on to me. I still do think about you late at night when the sun's going down. Laying in this bed without you, it feels so different when you're not around. Yeah, you're the only reason I was California dreaming in the first place. And now sundress seasons got me all up in my feelings about the old days. I've got
Order filled.
summertime blues, thinking of you, thinking of you. I've got the summertime blues, holding on to you, holding on to you.
Did you get it at NASDAQ? So I'm going to switch hard drives on this thing. We're just break even still. We've been in it for almost 2 hours. Holy moly. So I'm going to pause momentarily, then I'll be right back.
must be you again. You have gone straight to my head. Take the pills and go to bed, but I'm still hooked on it. Well, you are sacred in a way. I don't know God, but still have faith that He will manifest some way when I am next to you. I asked your father for your hand, but it didn't matter what he said. The thought of you in a white dress, I don't think I can shake it. We'll get a little place upstate, stay till the kids all graduate, and talk of moving every day. But who are we kidding?
Wow, that's so cool. This is a square. So I started off as an info artist, like working on a drug, basically the industry.
We made all our memories here,
Side effects are like paranoia,
felt our joys and shed our tears.
like seizures.
And when the Holy Ghost appears,
Following her,
hope He sends me back
like
a few more years.
murder.
I'll be buried next to you,
And she runs this shit.
where we'll keep on turning to.
We don't really know
But
what to do.
if I am next to you, I do not care. I do not care.
This whole fight. And then she beats the shit out of her. Like this clone beats the shit out of her. Takes the car keys and then drives to her house. And basically at her house, there's like a needle drop of like this intense song. It's like this whole moment of like realization. So like you know what's gonna happen. It's just so, and then like the song guy.
Entri nella stanza sono tutti stesi, i loro cuori ti hanno visto e si sono arresi. Mi guardo nello specchio e penso, ma come fai? La mente torna indietro al nostro primo incontro, storia, letto fine come in un racconto. Ti dico che sei bella e tu scherzi, ma quando mai? Dove siamo adesso? Un nuoto nei tuoi occhi, la parte migliore di me. In volo sul mondo, amanti nello spazio, baci in slow motion sul set. La notte con te si scalda e mi incende. E la tua voce febrile movimento. Seguo i tuoi passi ma non ti raggiungo. Rallento anche se vorrei volare. Se cade come un tramonto a luglio, sei il primo bacio che non puoi scordare. E quando tra di noi la tensione sale, mi basta un tuo sorriso per dimenticare. Non servono parole quando siamo io e te. E dove siamo adesso? Nuoto nei tuoi occhi, la parte migliore di me. E un volo sul mondo, amanti nello spazio, baci in slow motion sul set. E la notte con te si scalda a mille centi. E la tua voce febbrili movimenti. E non è mai troppo, non è mai abbastanza, non è mai troppo, non è mai abbastanza. La notte con te si scalda a mille centi. La tua voce febbrili movimenti.
Next Sunday, I'm gonna go on set of the show.
Really?
On the 4th, which is dope. Super, super excited about that.
Alright, good work. Thanks, I guess. I'll see you later.
Order filled. 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 Order filled.
All right, heard that chime. So, looks like we got out of that trade. Let me just do something real quick here. I got this Vince trade going up here. I got to close out.
Order filled.
All right, so let's see. So we got filled finally. That was a long one. Holy moly, that was like, what was that? 2 hours 40 minutes about. Ugh, snooze fest. Okay, so we got 50 on that one. So good. We're back on the winning side again. All right. You know, yesterday was we took a time stop, and if we had held on, just waited like another 1 or 2 hours, that would have been a winner as well. So I guess you just got to try to gauge how long you want to actually spin here in front of the computer. But so let's pull out our Excel sheet on this one. So here we go. So today is 125.24, and we made 150. The risk on this, $1,200. So $1,200 was the risk, and this was let's see, it was 2 hours and 40 minutes. So that's like 612, 160 minutes. I think that's the longest one yet. 160 minutes. Okay, so there we go. And we're back up here at 1565 total profit. Now let's see, when do we go up to 4 contracts? We're at 3 contracts now. So we say 420 times 4. So 1680. So like one more winning trade, we can go to 4 contracts on this. All right, so that's it for this one. If you'd like to follow along with me on these trades, just make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel below. Click that subscribe button, and also be sure to go join me on my website. I'll leave a link to my website in the description below. Just head on over there and sign up for the free email newsletter. When you sign up for that email newsletter, you get a welcome email from me. Just reply back to that welcome email and say, hey, what's up? And let me know like what you're interested in, which one of my strategies you're most interested in trading, or all of them, or whatever you want. And I'll get back to you, and we'll go from there. All right, that's it for this one. See you next time.
Thank